Spacey, same day, and we are back with more Color X Malice in Sedaishi's route. Oh my god, I love him so fucking much. He rips my heart out and then he hands it back to me. And it's even bigger and squishier than it was before, and I don't know if I can't fit it in my chest cavity. Anyway, so we're back together. The gang's back together. Again, like he does this, like the beginning of that party ripped our heart out and he broke us up and now we're back together and something bad'll happen. I don't know. This tragic train wreck of that. He's an emotional roller coaster and it's killing me. I love it so fucking much. Like so much. Anyway. I took a breath and I almost choked to death on my own spit. Wow. Tadaishi and I headed to the audio room. I saw Mochita and an unfamiliar man standing there. Minagishi or the other dude. Other dude, right. Mochita! Hoshino, what are you doing here? I heard Takeuchi turned herself in. I also heard that she was asking for me. Yeah, I was just talking to Chief Morioka about it. Hajime Morioka, 38. Why are you sexy? Could you not be sexy? Oh my god. I can't wait. The fan disc for this came out this year. Obviously in Japanese. We can't read Japanese yet. Eventually we'll be able to. And we'll be able to play it. But I'm sure it'll get localized because they localized the first one. But I'm literally like... I really want to be like, do we get like a side path with like him and Minagishi? Because I would just, it'd be great. But I'm really curious as to how that's gonna, I don't know. I don't want to know how it goes and what happens in it because it's eventually gonna get localized or eventually we're gonna play it in Japanese, but, so many games came out this year in Japan. The only problem is I don't know how they're gonna do it because like Sony's basically stopping games for the Vita, so there won't be any more Vita games, which sucks because I spent money on a fucking Vita TV so I could play my fucking Vita game so we can do this. So I'm sure they'll be on the computer or PS4. Because I'll be really fucking pissed if they start doing everything. Well, everything's gonna be on the Nintendo Switch. Fuck you! Now I have to buy that and figure out how to hook that fucking thing. Oh god, I don't have the money for this. It's gonna suck. It'd just be better if they stopped doing this, like, it's only on this platform. Fuck you! Put everything on Steam, would you? Like, good lord, everybody has a computer. Steam's free. I'm just saying. You know, not everybody has a PlayStation. Or an Xbox. Or a PS TV. Or fucking all of them. How much money I spent, they're all just collecting dust. Never use them. Anyway. Morioka. I can't do his voice. I am Hajime Morioka, Division 1 Chief. No, I can't do it. Someone has to have that voice in every game, and yet nobody does in this one. Wow, anyway. It's gonna hurt, that's why I'm... Okay. Hajime Morioka, Division 1 Chief. My subordinate is currently interrogating Satomi Takeuchi, but she's not talking. Mochita tells me you're acquainted with Takeuchi. Normally this is an SRCPO business, but in this case, I've seen so much shit, man. No, she's turned herself in. We can't just arrest someone who maintains their silence. Can we ask you to talk to her? Anything for you, hotness. Yes, please allow me to talk to her. That's why I'm here. Morioka quietly looked at me, and he eventually nodded. Well, I wasn't sure entrusting a rookie like this was a good idea, but Mochita said you'd be alright. Huh? Mochita? I already taught you what matters most in the end. I believe in you. Thank you very much. Sadaishi is also acquainted with Takeuchi. If I get her permission, I'd like to have him participate as well. I don't know about that. It's too dangerous to let her see Sadaishi when she's in a mentally unstable state. I'm sorry, Hoshino, but I can't allow that. That's not him. Oh, it was. And that's probably what you're thinking, isn't it, Morioka? Even when speaking to the section chief, Sadaishi spoke in the exact same manner. I mean, it wasn't quotes, so I was like... And then I was like, wait, is it... It confused me, but I get it. This entire situation had me on edge. I've seen Yanagi cover for you on countless occasions. It's natural to want to eliminate risk. However, I want to help Miss Takeuchi. I promise I'll not add fuel to the fire. So would you please give me permission to participate? He's like, did you just say please? Morioka seemed like he's shocked because Tadaishi bowed to him. I didn't think you'd go that far. Knowing my reputation, I thought that words alone wouldn't have the impact I needed. If things start to get hairy, I'm gonna jump in. Do you understand? Yes, thank you. And he thanks someone. Wow. Tadaishi stands up again and looks at me. I'm only attending as your advisor. If Takeuchi refuses to have me there, I'll leave. No fuss. Mochita said it too, but you'll do fine. Even without me, you can do it. You do believe in me, and you do love me, you son of a bitch. Wait. I didn't check this at the end of the other one. I want to see. We got another point with him, but I don't know if it went up. It did. Okay. I don't know, because every once in a while you get, like, affection points or trust points, and then you look and nothing happens. So I was like, I don't know. I nodded in agreement to that and went to stand in front of the room Takeuchi was in. Excuse me. I enter the audio room and see Takeuchi lift her head. You're here, Hoshino. Yes. Sadaishi wanted to listen in, so I had him come with me. If it's all right with you, can he stay? I don't mind. I want his words. It was his words that made me realize that I can't run away anymore. Thank you. I turn around and nod to Sadaishi. Excuse me. Sadaishi enters the audio room and leans against the wall. It seemed like he was trying to stay out of Takeuchi's sight to avoid stressing her. I sat down in front of Takeuchi. Her cheeks seemed sunken, and she had dark circles under her eyes. From the way she looked, Takeuchi must have really agonized over this before turning herself in. I'll cut to the chase. Will you please tell me why you've decided to turn yourself in? Did I say that I don't remember seeing her? She's not. She's actually not in the cast list. That's really weird. Huh. I wonder why. Because, I mean, she's a character and she's probably voiced. You know what I mean? But she's not even. That's interesting. Anyway. Yes, it started 10 years ago. It goes all the way back to the suicide of my coworker, Urine Uno. I was like adjusting my headset and I don't know why I can't read and think at the same time. Urine Uno. We were at the same age, and we used to talk to each other about many things. She doesn't look that old. It's that fucking water in Japan. She looks younger than me. I know she's a cartoon, but still. I felt something was out of place when the rumors of Hachisuka started. She seemed to be worried about something, so I asked her what was wrong. She just said she was tired of caring for her children. She doesn't mean her children, she means the student children, maybe. With each passing day, she became thinner and thinner, and she started talking to herself, saying things like she didn't deserve to live. One day, when I was checking on her, I heard Tsunemori berating her during a counseling session. It's your fault Hachisuka was embarrassed. He says he wants to die every day. He might even commit suicide today. If he kills himself, it's all your fault. You're the one that pushed him to suicide. You're a devil who kills your own students. You don't deserve to live. You should just die. Die and apologize for everything you did. What a fucking little cunt waffle. I saw her shaking, and it made me think that Tsunemori was the cause of all this. But that wasn't the case. After the counseling session, she met up with Hachisuka. And what do you think they talked about? Wait. I think she meant he met up with Hachisuka. You know what I mean? Because it sounds more like he. Like, yeah. You should have seen her face. I kept pressing her just like you told me. She started bawling. She can't take much more of this. She got off easy for embarrassing me. After all the attention I gave her, that annoying bitch decided not to put out. teacher! She's a grown woman. She was begging me, please stop. It was so pathetic. Oh my God. You know what? I'm Spacey back. I'm stopping this right here. She's innocent. She's fine. Let's go. Don't confess to anything. These motherfuckers deserve to die. Rapey sons of bitches. I am okay with this one. I'm okay with this crime happening. Sons of bitches. Still, you need to finish things off. Corner more. You're good at insulting, right? She needs to die. Huh! Be funny if she committed suicide. It'd be funny. It was obvious they were conspiring to completely destroy her mentally. I quickly reprimanded the two. Tsunemori said she was discussing my troubles. And Hachisuka said, you must have misheard. They were stonewalling me. I spoke with the chairman, but apparently Hachisuka's mother donated money to the school, so he felt that his hands were tied. I was told that if word got out about this, I'd be forced to resign. As if to add insult to injury, Misako Yoshitani, a student of mine, had her mother file a complaint to the school. She blamed Yurine not as a counselor, but as a mother. Not only does she bully certain students, she also abuses her own children. Child Protective Services should be contacted. A child can't choose their parents. I pity her children. She's a failure as a mother. Complaints like that were filed numerous times. Now, that would mean Yoshitani lied and convinced her mother to go along with it. Kind of the reason why Adonis killed her. Kind of okay with this. Yes, but the school didn't want to anger Hachisuka, who was pulling the strings, so nobody sided with Yurine. It was the same. I was afraid of losing my job, so I ran away. Yurine was backed into a corner, and she plotted to commit suicide and take the whole family with her to erase her own existence. If I'd stuck up for her, I might have been able to save her. The memories of the event must have hit her pretty hard, because Takeuchi's crying now. In the end, I chose to protect myself over my friend. I let her die. Takeuchi, I've never been able to forget what happened to her these past 10 years. I was going insane from the guilt. And someone who said they were with Adonis said that to purify this hatred, I needed to cut it off at the source. Is that the reason? Yes. Don't you think it's unfair? I've been in agony for a decade, and Hachisuka and the others simply forgot about Yurine. Death can only be atoned for with death. Everything was all laid out by Adonis, and they managed to taunt Tsunemori, who had acted as Hachisuka's muscle in the past. Tsunemori always had murderous urges, so he killed Hachisuka and then ended his own life. They also helped with the cleanup of Yoshitani. I thought I managed to fulfill my revenge, but then you visited me. I couldn't bear the weight of the crimes that I'd committed. After you had them murdered, did it make you feel better about it? Takeuchi started to say something, but instead quickly closed her mouth and nodded. Yes. I can't turn back now. That was all I could have done. She said that she had thought everything through, but I wondered if that was really true. Oh, that's true. It was a substitution murder. She called, that's her problem. They went after them and killed them. But why are the kids all murdery? Interesting. I don't know. Did you commit your act of revenge simply for your own sake? As if he picked up on my doubts, Sadaishi spoke up from the back wall. Conspiring to murder will make you a criminal. You drag your family into the fray. I was prepared for that. Really? Takeuchi looked down after the quick follow-up. I thought about stopping them, but... Sadaishi just observed Takeuchi's reaction. He wasn't pressing her to answer. He was just patiently waiting for her response. At least, that's what it seemed like to me. Let me change the question. Tsunemori committed suicide, but how did you urge him to do so while he was in jail? And that happened with the help of someone who was working with Adonis. Earlier you mentioned the cleanup of Yoshitani. What did you mean by that? You broke into her room and murdered her? Yes, that's right. And then Adonis cleaned up afterwards. Huh? When Sakuragawa checked Yoshitani's room, she said there was no luminol reaction. Even if Adonis did a thorough cleanup, It's odd that there would have been absolutely no traces. Nothing in the apartment seemed to have been moved. Yoshitani was worried that she would be murdered, so it was unlikely she didn't struggle. Why did Takeuchi lie? Unlike when she was talking about Uno, she's stumbling and hesitating while she's talking. There's a reason for her to lie about all of this. It's the children. Takeuchi, can you show me clear proof that you were involved with this incident? What better proof is there besides my confession? I did it all. There's someone that hates these killers more than you, isn't there? No, there isn't. I did this all myself. She's protecting the kids. That's so sweet. Are you absolutely certain that there isn't anyone else that wants vengeance on them? There could have been other students or teachers that worried about Uno like you, Takeuchi. What about Uno's children? Maybe they still harbor some hatred. Oh, those two have nothing to do with this. Yoshino, I want to pay for my crimes, so please arrest me. I hesitated to agree to her pleas. She wants to protect the kids. She thinks the kids did it, and she's trying to protect them because she couldn't protect their mom. Oh, it's actually kind of sweet. And said, no, the true purpose of Takeuchi turning herself in is, would it make you feel better to have her arrest you? Tsunaishi voiced his doubt like a child, blurting out the first thing that popped into their head. But then, it probably wouldn't make you feel any better. Actually, it'd probably cause you much more pain. He winces in pain as if he were talking about himself. I have no idea why you would go to such lengths for someone else's children. But I can tell you care deeply for Uno's children. So, would hiding the truth really be good for them? You asked for her because deep down, you didn't think so. Tsunaishi continued as if he were speaking for Takeuchi. Those sincere but trenchant words finally reached her. Yes, I really thought long and hard about it. I couldn't bring myself to face Yurine, but it pains me to think that her own children must understand her. That's why when they turned 18, I contacted them and told them everything. Immediately after, the September killing happened. When I asked them, they said they deserved it. It was my fault. If I had known it would end up like this, I wouldn't have told them. She covered her face as tears streamed down through her hands. Please, please save them. Takeuchi, you stay here. Stay by her side as long as she needs. I'll do the rest. No, I'll go too. You don't need to come with me. As the SRCPO, you'll just get in the way. The truth of this incident will hurt you. I just found the true culprit. There's no need for you to push any further. I don't care if I get hurt. I don't care if I get hurt. I want to see the truth with my own eyes. Besides, I wouldn't be so irresponsible as to let you go by yourself. I love his shocked faces. Look at those beautiful eyes. God. You can't push me away. I'll follow you no matter what. I'll follow you no matter what, motherfucker. She's like, I'll follow you no matter what. And I'm like, I'll fucking follow your ass. Like, it seems like my worrying about you getting cold feet was all for nothing. I'm the one that asked you to fight alongside me. I won't turn back now. Takeuchi. I stood up from my seat and walked over to her side as she wept. I'll do what I can to make this right, so please, can you stay right here? Yes, please. Yeah, we don't want you to end up dead. I left the room while putting on my coat, and Mochita came running over. Morioka took his investigators and headed to Uno's kid's place. Tsunaishi, we have to hurry up and go after them before it's too late. Calm down. Those kids won't get caught that easily. There's still one more thing that both of them have to do. What's that? I thought their revenge was complete. What else do they have to do? We don't have any time to waste. I'll tell you on the way over. All right, Mochita... It's fine. Go as SRCPO and show them that we're police, too. And I just realized that obviously it's their job, like whatever position they're in, because he's got the green band just like we do on our arm. Because I noticed everybody else has like the different armbands or whatever. And I've noticed they have like thicker bands, but I noticed she had like a green ribbon. I just fucking noticed that Mochita. 4 paths in, I've just noticed. Yeah. Yes! First, Let's track down the missing woman from October. Because she's been kidnapped and they've had her for 2 months. Oh my god. After leaving the station, we head to the east exit of the Shinjuku train station. Sadaishi, do you know where Yoshitani was taken? Yes. I didn't tell you, but I'd already known Uno's children of being involved with this whole incident. Sadaishi then produced a single photo from his coat. When I saw this photo, I was surprised too. But you've actually already met them. I looked down at the photo he handed me. These kids! The boy is Shion Uno. The girl is Suzune Uno. I followed the information from 10 years ago and profiled these twin siblings. Even if they wanted to die after they'd known what happened, they want to tie up any loose ends. Their loose end is revenge for their parents. Now that it's done, they've been released. And now they want to join their parents. That means they want to die? They've been passed from relative to relative, and being the kids of a woman who killed her husband must have been a pretty harsh life. They should have ended their lives in October once their revenge was complete, but they didn't. Why? The most likely cause of that is because they found a new source of regret. Their mother's friend never forgot about the incident 10 years ago. Takeuchi must have had some impact on them. Because she knew the truth, she treated those kids not as the children of a murderer, but as Shion and Suzune. But that's why Takeuchi realized right away who'd caused the September incident. But they didn't hide their crimes and simply said the killing was deserved. They could have feigned ignorance, but they didn't. Why? How do you see the situation? If they said it was deserved, then they think it's a justified act and that they have no remorse over it. To be honest, it's probably because they didn't want to lie to Takeuchi. Takeuchi tried to turn herself in and take the blame for the twins' crime. And that's what I thought when I saw her. I think Takeuchi treated Uno's children like they were hers. Of course, some feelings of guilt towards what happened with Uno played a role, but that wouldn't be everything. If Takeuchi felt parental love towards the two of them, that love wouldn't just be one-sided. Both of them probably thought of Takeuchi as a mother and couldn't lie to her. Although that's just an assumption, but that's what I think. It's funny because after 10 years she says something to them and then they're like, oh, she loves us and everything's great. Wow. Those kids just really want to be loved because usually like after 10 years of like being passed around and being scorned and treated like garbage, they'd be so bitter and angry that anybody tried to give them any love and affection, they wouldn't believe it. You know what I mean? It would take way longer than like, I'm so sorry I couldn't help your mother. You poor children. You poor babies. And they're like, oh, we're going to kill those guys. Yeah. Thanks for loving us. New mom. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird, but anyway. The things that can't be quantified are the most troublesome to me. And that's why I want to know. Whatever the facts are, they were almost murdered by their own mother, but they survived. Or rather, they survived by accident. The fact remains that their own mother tried to murder them. That must make them feel quite sad. Yeah. When I met those two at the park, they were behaving like normal kids. I had no idea they were involved with this. But thinking back upon it, both of them had sad eyes. Some people's eyes are just sad. Sadaishi made his way down to a deserted street as I followed, and while looking up at a wooden apartment building, Sadaishi stopped. In one of the empty rooms of this complex, Uno stabbed herself in the throat. Oh my god. If it was just to kill Yoshitani, they could have just done so at her own apartment. But instead, they didn't just want to kill Yoshitani. They wanted revenge, so they were the ones that kidnapped her. I was wondering, because when Sakuragawa said, like, there's two sets of footprints and one's a male's, she didn't say anything about the other one. I'm like, I was thinking in my head, like, so the other one could be the sister? You know what I mean? When I realized the meaning of those words, my heartbeat quickened. Could it be? They've kept her in there for 2 fucking months! I think she's dead or they're barely feeding her. Sadaishi quietly entered the premises. No matter how harsh the reality is, I must accept it. I renewed my resolve and followed Sadaishi. The weird thing is this is chapter 4. And then it's kind of bizarre. So we're going to we're solving this in chapter 4. And then, like, we have 2 chapters left of his route. Like, is it going to be the mystery of Sadaishi? Like, what the fuck is gonna go down? The property had broken furniture and garbage lying all about the place. This place didn't seem like it was inhabited. When I climbed up the stairs, I smelled an odor. We got closer to the corner apartment on the second floor, and the stench grew stronger. Sadaishi peered through the window near the door. Found her. Well, it's probably her. Oh god, is it a dead body, or is she just like in her own like fucking like she's just been like living in her own filth for 2 months? Sadaishi stepped away and took out his phone. While he reported the discovery of a dead body, I cautiously peeked inside. There I saw a mound of flesh that used to be a human lying on its back. So they kidnapped her, brought her to where their mother committed suicide and just left her there to die? Just like waste away? Or did they actually like murder her there? Like they kidnapped her, brought her there, but did they just like tie her up and let her suffer? Slowly starve to death? Because that's horrible. That's almost worse than being stabbed or shot or beaten to death. I mean, those would all be painful ways to go, but just like starving to death for like, oh, that would suck. I mean, that's long, painful, drawn out. Before too long, an investigator and coroner arrived to do a field check of the scene of the crime. The coroner finished his examination. The deceased has been dead for at least 2 months. We contacted her doctor, and they were able to get her dentist to check her dental records. ID confirmed. The victim is Misako Yoshitani. Sakuragawa simply said that and turned away, and possibly out of consideration for me, knowing it was my first time seeing a corpse. Please wait, Sakuragawa. I stopped her because I wanted to get a look at the crime scene. There might be something else in there. The crime scene. Can you show me the crime scene? Huh? I was about to ask the same thing. Would you please show her? I know the scene of the crime is in a terrible state just from how long it took you to work, but in order to know everything that happened here, I can't avoid this. Sakuragawa, please. Fine, let me clear it with my superiors. Look at how sweet she is. I fucking love her. Look at her adorable face. She's like, oh, Spacey, you want to see a crime scene? Okay, sweetie. Like, she has like the sweetest look on her face. Like, oh, okay, honey. Thank you. It's like, huh? A judicial autopsy was ordered and the body was relocated. Judicial autopsy? Victims of murders and corpses that are discovered under suspicious circumstances will receive judicial autopsies. The type of cause of death, weapon used, and the approximate time of death are typically analyzed. Sakuragawa contacted her superiors and received permission for Sadaishi and me to enter the premises. Oh my god, look at the dolls. Okay, anyway. All right, I can do this. I can't believe every other time I'm doing this, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I can do this. It says we just have to do this once. So, okay, I'm going to investigate it in the order on the wall. There were blood splatters all over the wall. The body was badly damaged from being left for 2 months, but we have to wait for the autopsy. Misaki Yoshitani's presumed cause of death is loss of blood from a blade severing her carotid artery. Her carotid artery. I can read. I'm like, wait, yeah, carotid artery. Yeah, I can. I'm like, that didn't sound right. So like because the mother stabbed herself in the throat, that's what the kids did to her. Okay. But there were stab wounds in many other locations. I think the perpetrator must have really hated the victim. The father was stabbed many times by the mother. The mother killed herself by stabbing her throat. Their revenge involved dealing the same pain and suffering their parents felt. Floor. It's written in her blood. That's so, yeah. On the floor, I saw the coin that Adonis had left behind at the other X-Day crime scenes. Next to it, the Roman numeral 3 was written in blood. It's so funny because they sent out a video and we were like, oh, there was no October crime. Nobody bothered looking. Considering the time of death was placed at 2 months ago, there's no doubt this murder was the actual October X-Day incident. The windows and main door were locked. Well, I was wondering about that.
The apartment was scheduled for demolition, so everything was locked. But there's evidence of the lock of the door being picked. It looks similar to the lock on lock on Yoshitani's home.
So they took her from there and brought her over here.
Most likely, and after the murder, they locked everything up once more. Because this building is old and dilapidated, and no one who lived in the area went near it. That's why it took this long to discover the body.
They carried out the revenge without anyone noticing. And the family of dolls. That's disturbing and sad. In the corner of the room were 2 large dolls and 2 small dolls lined up together. Look at how adorable and oh my god. In the video, remember they show like there's like the 2 and you're like, what's the deal with that? Oh my god, it's like a hint. Okay. It's like they're holding hands. Small dolls had identical faces and they reminded me of the Uno siblings.
And no one lived in this apartment, so the dolls must have been left by the perpetrator.
You see, they killed the person who took away their family and left behind dolls in their family's image. What were they thinking when they left these dolls behind? Dolls at murder scene. Dolls left behind at the murder scene of Shoko. See? Shoko Yoshitani. That's not her name, though. And it actually, in this one, they also say a different name, but that's not Shoko. It's Soke. It could be Soko, but it's not an O. It's not S-H. It's S-O-U. So, like, they've given her 3 different fucking names. Anyway.
From the left to right, the dolls appear to resemble a mother, daughter, son, and father.
What?
If they represent the true murderers, they may have left it behind as proof of completing their revenge. The symbol of happiness representing their family is left behind, and it can be seen as them discarding their past. The perpetrator's lack of hesitation to murder shows that they aren't afraid of being caught. Oh, looks like you've had a chance to see everything. Satisfied?
Yes, thank you. Oh, I guess I could have waited so we could have read that too. Boop. Although the public thinks that there was no incident, October did, in fact, have an X-Day incident. In an apartment scheduled for demolition, the body of a woman, a coin, and the Roman numeral 3 were found in a corner room. The victim is not Shoko Yoshitani, age 28, but we don't know what her fucking, like, who knows what her name is, unemployed. She had been kidnapped from her own apartment and was taken to the scene of the crime, where she was stabbed to death. Autopsy determined that the cause of death was blood loss, although she had been stabbed multiple times after her death. You think they would have stabbed her a bunch and then, like, yeah. Reviewing the September X-Day incident, she's one of the people of interest tied to the suicide of Yurine Uno. I wonder, and it just occurred to me now, because I'm like, there are so many instances where the names are, like, fucking in that are completely wrong in the game, but then I'm wondering if it just occurred to me, like, we had that problem in Bad Apple Wars where they translated White Mask's name wrong because when he says his name, if you do listen to the voice acting, it's totally different than what they put in the game because it was the same kanji character. So it could have been translated differently. So I'm just wondering if that's the case with this. You know what I mean? If they had different people translating like this portion of the game and somebody else translating those, and if whatever her fucking other name is, like, you know what I mean? If it's the same kanji characters and like one person translated it one way and somebody translated it differently. Either that or like when they wrote this game, like they changed fucking character names and they didn't do their due diligence to go back and fix shit. Like, hello. I mean, I'm leaning more toward it was probably like translation error. Sorry, I'm taking a drink. All right, bird. Here you go. Alcoholic. Even after going outside, what I saw in that place wouldn't leave my mind. There was a powerful aura of hatred swirling around inside there. It's been a while. I wonder what happened to the 2 of them.
I just got a call from Morioka. The Ono siblings weren't at their relative's home. They were given the place to live, but their relatives never really contacted them, and they didn't know where the 2 of them were.
We know where they are. Also, the guide tells me, but if what Saraishi said is true, That's what I'm saying out loud to him? They're looking for a place to die. They don't need to hear other people to lecture them about this. They know that they're not wanted in this world. But that's a given. Considering their environment, the only person that needed them was Takeuchi. Tsuraishi? Takeuchi couldn't stop Uno's suicide. In a way, they could have hated her just as much. So why did they trust Takeuchi? But the three that were killed were different. The difference was whether they felt guilt or not. But she falsely turned herself in just to protect them. Will they really leave things the way they are? Tsuraishi turned to me. If I were them, I wouldn't want to forsake her. I wouldn't want to hurt someone who accepted me. If I lost her, He's talking about, I knew it! Right when he is like, if I were them, I wouldn't want to forsake her. I wouldn't want to hurt someone who accepted me. And I'm like, oh, he's talking about himself. And then just right now, I reached out to him, seeing that he was overcome with emotion and about to cry. Tsuraishi, I'm right here. I stood on my toes to touch his cheek. Your hand's cold. Oh, sorry. I pulled back, but Tsuraishi placed his hand atop mine. If you've experienced loss before, that's all the more reason the two of them won't simply abandon Takeuchi. That means... After Tsuraishi let go of my hand, we turned to the apartment. They may declare they're the true perpetrators, or they could try to attack the Shinjuku station. There's too little information to figure out what they may do. They are planning on dying anyway, so nothing is too crazy for them. The two of them. I remembered the conversation we had and tried to put myself in their shoes. Maybe they went to the park. Because we saw them in the park, so it was like kind of obvious, but also, we're gonna get our next bad ending. Woo! Anyway, I've run into those two at the park before. They said it reminded them of their parents. But if they think they're cornered, I don't see why they would go to such a conspicuous place. There are many cases where criminals go to the places they have strong ties to before they commit their crimes. Let's go there. I want to see something before we get there. Oh, never mind. Well, we're already there, but I want to see something. Oh, he's in love with us already. Perfect, but we about to die, so. We arrived at the park and began searching for the two Uno siblings. There wasn't much to suggest they were here. Coming here may have been a waste of effort. Okay. But just having that small chance made us want to check our hunch. There was a part of me that wanted to believe that the two of them hadn't been completely consumed by their desire for revenge. Just past the slide and swings, there were some various sized pipes, and in the largest one, found them. I found the siblings huddled together and started running towards them. I'm so glad they're alive. After seeing me, the two of them stood up, and Shion stood in front of Suzune. I want to say Suzanne every time I see her fucking name, but it's Suzune. What a coincidence seeing you again, miss. His lips form a soft smile, but in his hand, Shion is holding a gun emblazoned with the insignia of Adonis. Why are you so flustered? It seems like you were looking for us. Shion. The moment I said that name, his expression changed completely. I knew it. Here with the cops. Spacey! Tsuraishi pushed me aside, and in the next instant, I heard a gunshot. Though the bullet didn't make contact, it was obvious that Shion aimed at me. Are you okay? Yes. That was obvious intent to kill. The murderous rage caused me to tremble. But I can't run away here. Shion, put your gun down and listen to me. There's nothing to talk about! She sounds a little bit too much like Hana, but whatever. Well, we know the police are looking for us because we're suspects. But, we didn't do anything. Right, She? We didn't murder anyone. That's right. We didn't do anything wrong. Well, you killed 3 people to avenge your parents.
So it's a bit unrealistic to feign ignorance now. We're not feigning ignorance. We didn't commit murder. We committed justice. We just disposed of some trash. You mean Ken Hachisuka, Yuki Tsunamori, and Misako Yoshitani? See, Misako and like whatever, you know. Maybe. Beats me. I don't bother remembering the names of garbage people. They're creatures in this world that don't deserve to live. I couldn't immediately respond to the words he threw in my direction. This is... Oh, that is... A part of me did sympathize with them for losing their parents under such harsh circumstances. Those three were not judged for their crimes. Uno had been mentally abused, and the duress made her kill her husband and commit suicide. And these two... Spacey, kindness alone isn't enough to save people. Sadaishi was always quietly watching me, observing me. What do you want to do with them? We have to take them in. Shion and Suzune were both victims and perpetrators. Because of all the pain wrought on their lives, they viewed the three people they killed as trash instead of people. I mean, they're horrible fucking people. Does that mean that you have the right to go murder them? No, but they should have paid for their crimes. Not necessarily been murdered like that. You know what I mean? And I don't think Hachisuka and Tsunamori would have ever felt guilty, but the girl might have. You know what I mean? She might have been like, wow, I feel really bad. You never know, but I couldn't allow myself to think that killing the targets of their hatred would save them. And no matter the reason, what they did was murder. A crime that must be punished. I mean, it's like, it's unfortunate that those fucking assholes got away with what happened and destroyed these kids' lives. And they should be punished, and they should feel guilt. And it sucks that they didn't. But again, murdering them is not the answer. Although you're like, I mean, in the scheme of the game, you're like, good for you, kids. You're going to jail, though. I'm just saying. Sadaishi, can you let me take care of the two of them? Fine. I'll stand by here and watch what you're trying to do. I nodded to him and then turned back to face both of them. We're going to get a bad ending in a minute. No person is trash who has no right to their own life. What? You're just whitewashing things. That's not... I don't know if that's how that works. I know that everyone is not good. The world is full of criminals. But no person is allowed to determine who lives and who should die. That's not society. That's just trying to justify murder. Look at her crazy face. Shut up! Suzune! You don't understand anything. You have no idea how we were treated. People wanted to ignore that we were alive. And every day we woke up just wanting to die. What do you know? You haven't lost anything. People like you piss us off the most. Fucking love this kid. She's crazy. You don't understand a thing. You have your parents and a brother. It's nothing to you. You're lucky to have a family you can depend on. I finally fully understood the meaning of the words she'd spoken to me at this park. I might not understand how painful it is to lose my family, but I do know your problem isn't one that can be solved by murdering others out of hate. 3 people you called trash could have been important to someone else. That means that you've become the hated ones. You're just creating a chain of hatred. Now you'll have to live out your lives as the target of someone else's hate. So what? You want us to just take it and move on? We can't do that. They took everything from us. Did you file your teeth into points, both of you crazy sons of bitches? Like, we're not afraid of anything now. We have nothing left to lose. Dark eyes that had lost all hope stared at me. She was hiding behind Shion, but Suzune's eyes were flashing with excitement. Shion still had the gun in his hand and seemed to want to point it at me. I can't talk to them if they're still consumed by hatred. One wrong move and they might lose control and get themselves killed. I can't let that happen. I still need to talk to those two, and to do that, I drew my own firearm and aimed. In the end, you don't care about us either. We resisted so you'd try and kill us. That'll be the end after all. To you, we're nothing but trash. We don't want to stay in this trash-filled world. Destroy everything. This is where we have to save. It said in my thing to save here. So we're going to save down here in our next boop. Yes. Oh, like Happy Thanksgiving. I think this part's going up on Thanksgiving. I'm pretty sure this is the Thanksgiving part, right? I don't know. I forget. What I literally did the last part. I was like, I'll make sure to say happy, and I totally forgot. But I'm pretty sure this goes up on Thanksgiving, so yay! I think. I don't remember. Yeah, because I recorded a. Hold on. The other part I did before this goes up. Yeah, this is part 50, right? It's Thanksgiving, I think. Anyway, if it's not, don't mind me. Anyway, so I'm gonna fail trigger mode, and we're gonna get a bad ending. So. The moment Shion tried to aim for me, I moved to. This sucks. I hate doing these. Aim at his shooting hand. But if I hit him, my slight hesitation slowed my reaction time and aim. You're so stupid! I felt pain and burning in my chest. Ah! The two of them looked down on me with a cruel light in their eyes. Die, trash! Die, trash! Oh my god, Tadaishi didn't even try to save me? I couldn't repel the darkness within them. Tadaishi didn't even try. We were like, let me deal with them, and he didn't even, like, try. They just, like, shot me, like, repeatedly. Like, damn, Tadaishi. That ended a lot faster than I thought it would, so okay, we'll just go back. That was bad ending number 1. So now we're gonna attempt to do it right. I have to, okay. Destroy everything! The moment Shion tried to aim for me, I moved to... Okay. I was gonna say, this will be the time I fail on accident. Like, I'm usually pretty good at the trigger mode. Like, I'm like, this will be the time that I hit the button. Fuck it! And fuck it up, and I can't get it right. Anyway. My shot pierced his shooting hand, and Shion dropped the gun. As if he were waiting for it, Tadaishi subdued him. Let me go! Yeah. Just stay put for now. Gah! With minimal movements, Tadaishi pinned Shion down and then tied him up with his coat. I'm going to restrain you so you don't do anything stupid. You bastard! What the hell is your problem? And don't misunderstand. We're not going to arrest you. Who'll believe you? I'll kill you! I'll kill you! Nobody just heard me scream that. Suzune! I grabbed her shoulders and looked her in the eye. You did all this because you had your own circumstances. Well, here's your chance. Tell me why you did it. All right. You good, Bluesbird? I can't take a sip of a drink without you needing to add some. You're going to get drunk and you're not going to be able to fly. You're going to get arrested if you try to fly while drinking. I'm just saying, you're going to have to walk everywhere now. So if you want to go back to your cage, you got to get on the floor. No, you can't fly! You're drunk! Oh, you're so drunk. You just pooped on my couch like an asshole. Now I gotta, like, stop recording. And I gotta walk over here and clean it up because I can't leave poop on my couch. Oh, you're a drunk asshole. He's like, I had 2 sips. I know you had 2 sips, but you're still a drunk butthole. Drunkard bird. Bird's such an alcoholic. I mean, seriously. Anyway. I'll listen. I don't know if my voice reached her or she just figured it was no use resisting. It's like amazing because she looks like, you're like, oh, she looks so sad. And then she's like, ah! And you're like, Jesus Christ, she's scary. Suzune held the notebook to her chest and looked down. You're always carrying that notebook around like it's very important to you. Does that notebook have sentimental value? The reason I'm at this park right now is because I remembered talking to you 2 here. You said that coming here reminded you of your parents. Stop talking! Just take me to the cops. No, just like I said, we're here to talk with you 2, and then we're going to let you go. You're not. Would you mind telling me what was going through your minds up until today? Talking about it would just make us feel pitiful. Besides, why exactly do we have to talk to you anyway? Because I need to know your feelings in order to truly solve the incident. Capturing the perpetrator without knowing their full motive isn't really solving the crime to me. I want to hear the truth of what happened from your own mouths. She can get stubborn like this. She'll keep it up until you talk. If you have nothing else to lose, you might as well just talk.
You can't trick us with words. We've seen all sorts of dirty people in our lives. Humans only act for their own self-interest. Everyone who comes to us with good intentions always has ulterior motives. The world is full of trash. It's rotten. That's why Mom and Dad...
Stop!
Huh? Stop what? You don't need to worry about anything. It's okay, Suzune. I won't let anyone hurt you. We've had enough of being hurt. I won't let them hurt you anymore.
I'm sorry. I know that you've been bearing the pain all this time, so...
Suzune held out the notebook that she'd been clutching to her chest to me. Hey, what are you doing? That notebook is your precious...
It's fine. The only one I care about is you, I thought living in this world had no meaning at all. But to be honest, I want you to live, I want you to smile.
Look at how fucking adorably crazy she is. She's got giant, crazy eyes, but they're adorable. They look like they're all watery, like she's gonna... But it's like adorable and like, oh, she's gonna stab me. But it's gonna be so adorable that she does. Like, Suzune...
I can't trust you yet. But if you'll promise that you'll save She for me, then...
Suzune...
I'll talk. I'll tell you everything in my own words. This notebook is my diary. She bought it for me. He got it because he wanted to make sure I wouldn't forget.
Don't forget.
There's another me. She's buried deep inside me. On the days we were forsaken by the world, I was born.
On the day we were forsaken. Oh, the crazy one? 10 years ago during spring.
Sue, dinner time.
Oh. Okay. Did you two wash your hands?
Yep.
You're lying. You just splashed water on your hands. I have no idea. Those are supposed to be the kids arguing.
I did not. I washed my hands. You didn't wash.
There. No fighting. We're having your favorite Hamburg steak today.
Hamburg, yay!
But you can't have it if you don't wash your hands properly.
I'll go wash my hands. I'll go with She to make sure that he's telling the truth this time.
You two are so close. This typical exchange between family members. My mother and father were both kind. Smiles and laughter always filled our home. I know it's supposed to be her, but I don't want to read the whole thing in her voice. It's going to kill me. At the time, I didn't understand just how happy we were. Our lives started crumbling one hot summer day. Okay, I got to sort of read it in her voice a little bit because it's weirding me out not reading it.
Mom, you're daydreaming again. This is no fun. Let's play at the park.
I'm sorry. Maybe next time.
Our mother used to smile so much, but not anymore. When our father became worried and asked, she would just brush it off. We'd become worried and we'd stayed by our mother's side. And then we heard those words.
It's my fault. I'm in the wrong. Because I'm alive. I don't deserve to live. Just me being alive causes harm. Why am I even alive? I shouldn't be alive.
Mom, is someone bullying you?
It's sad that an 8-year-old is saying this, Mom, someone's bullying you. Oh, this is so heartbreaking.
If someone's bullying Mom, I'm going to make them pay.
Sue. Yes, as your mother, I have to see you both grow up.
It's like our mother finally saw us, but then her face became filled with fatigue. When she would come back from work, there were times where she just cried. She and I decided that we'd pitch in around the house to help out. We wanted to help our mother as much as we could. We wanted her to smile again. But after summer passed and the weather got chilly, one day... Mom, welcome home. Mom?
Oh, God. You poor thing. I feel sorry for you having to be my children. You don't deserve a mother like me. You'll only be unhappy if I stay alive. I'm sorry. It's all my fault. I did not need a CG of this! I have to take responsibility as your mother. Let's die together.
Mom?
And the music. Now it can be as if it never happened. It's okay. It'll only hurt in the beginning.
My mother had hollow eyes, and she took a knife to she.
Shion! Suzune!
Our father stood in front of us to protect us.
Why are you getting in my way? This is how everything can balance out. Irene, stop this. You're their mother. Stop. A mother can't do something like this. No! I don't know who's saying no. Look at their faces and how terrified they are. How can you think of doing this? Stop! And Bert's like, oh my god, are you yelling at me?
Not you, buddy.
Yes, they're such pitiful things. I have to make it so that nothing ever happened.
The knife was swung down numerous times, and when it finally stopped, my father laid motionless on the ground.
I don't know who's screaming. I'm assuming it's us. I don't know.
With her hands stained red, our mother ran out without looking at us. Left behind in the room were she, me, and what remained of our father. No! Suzune! No! I wished it were all a terrible dream. I loved this place where we lived as a family of 4. But now, it had been stained the color red.
She's lost her motherfucking mind. This poor fucking kid. I feel so bad for these fucking kids.
I felt my heart break down.
Why did we get stuck taking in the children of a murderer? And it's 2 of them. We get money for being their guardian. I just give them the bare essentials.
Our kind uncles and aunts looked at us much differently now. Everything in the home was disposed of, not even a single photo left behind. For too long, our lives before became a haze, and we were not sure we were
Even ever. Wait. And we're not sure we even ever lived here. Okay.
I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to see anything.
Shion! Suzune! Auntie Takuchi! I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I couldn't help your mother.
Auntie kept apologizing to us, but it was all too late. No matter what she did, she couldn't bring them back.
Suzune, it's alright. You have me. She's totally doing his voice all wrong, but anyway.
She held my hand and he tried to calm all my doubt and fear. Yes, I'm not alone. She is here. But our broken hearts won't ever mend. Because I was quiet by nature as well as the child of a murderer, there was no place I'd ever belong. But she always cared about me and made sure that I was fine. No matter how much people talked behind our backs, he never cried. I envied she's strength. If only I was as strong as she.
Suzune?
What? Why are you looking at me like that? Let's play together. More and more these days, my memory started becoming fragmented. In the beginning, I'd lose 1 or 2 hours. Later on, it progressed to 1 or 2 days. I realized that there's something wrong with me, but I don't know what part of me is bad. So, I was scared, but I asked she.
Suzune, there's nothing wrong with you.
But no one wants to look me in the eye. They're all avoiding me.
That's not true.
Please, she. Tell me the truth. After constantly asking him, she finally broke down. He told me there was another me that lived inside. At first, I didn't believe it. I felt scared that something unknown was taking control of my body. She talked to the nurse at school and heard that the condition I have is called DID, or Dissociative Identity Disorder.
DID.
DID, or dissociative identity disorder, is a condition when a person dissociates their emotions due to intense mental trauma. Occasionally, the cut-off emotions grow into a separate personality. I was told that when I fall into a situation that's too much for me to endure, I cut off my emotions and memories to protect myself. I'm scared. I'm afraid of becoming someone else.
What are you saying? Suzune, you're right here.
The other day we were outside. I didn't know why I was outside. If this keeps up, we might go past a tipping point. Because I'm the daughter of a murderer. Who knows what impulses I could have? Everyone wishes that I wasn't here. It's better if I wasn't around.
Don't say that. I'll protect you. If you're worried about losing your memory, then start a diary. Or write down everything that you did and what you thought. Hey, if you do that, you'll never lose yourself, and I'll always be with you.
From then on, I wrote about myself in the diary. Even with all the sad things happening, Auntie Takeuchi always took care of us. Having someone that needed us and cared about us was crucial to us. Little by little, I was able to regain myself. I thought maybe I didn't need the diary anymore. That's what I really thought. On my 18th birthday, I was told that my mother didn't commit suicide. She was murdered. Memories of that day were triggered. Hatred, sadness, and aimless anger. Everything exploded and I couldn't hold it back. The world is rotten! Why did nothing happen to them? Why didn't they pay for their crimes? Why didn't they receive punishment? That's not right, is it? Hey, they should suffer over and over, thinking that life is a living hell. They need to be hurt until tears stream, and they have to beg for their lives while they slowly die. Why do they get to live?
My fucking neighbors must be like, what the fuck? Sorry. Suzune, you're right. They made you go through this, and they gave you so much sadness. They're trash. Like us. They don't belong in this world. They're not worth keeping alive. She crazy. Wow.
Someone who said they were a member of Adonis contacted us soon afterward. After we spoke a few times, one day they told us that we were the chosen ones. We were taken to a strange location, and then we talked to someone called Zero.
Zero?
We never saw what Zero looked like because it was always just a voice. That person said they were helping people with deep sadness in their hearts like us. They lent us strength when we were powerless. It was funny seeing Tsunemori move around like he was a puppet.
Suzune. Uno family's past. Okay. Growing up as a young girl with her circumstances was too harsh for her. But saying you feel sorry for her isn't enough to forgive her crimes. I suppose we should have ended at chapter 5, technically, but, well, okay. Wait. Yeah, we really should have ended at I was so wrapped up in this that I didn't want to... Okay, this is where we started, right? I'm going to go back to this point, and we're going to just read this over again. Okay. We're just going to, because I'm pretty sure this is like where chapter 5 started. We should actually stop here and start in chapter 5. So this is what I'm sorry. It's just, I'm like, this is going to go on way too long. And chapter 5 starting was a perfect place to end. And I wasn't like paying attention. So I'm just going to back it up. We'll reread those few lines when we come back in the next part. So I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.